Hi there, it's Billy Tarasio from Modern Law Practice, and things have been kind of exciting. Lots of things going on. Last week was crazy. We spent the day in Flagstaff running a retreat for one of our Modern Law Practice clients. And these retreats are so phenomenal. They're such a great tool to get everybody on the same page and move your law firm from where it's at right now and get people, really talking and really contributing and demonstrating leadership, because communication is really what leadership is about. Having a vision and communicating that vision. And most of us as leaders don't do a very good job communicating our vision. We think we do. We think we do a good job communicating, but people want more. And so Modern Law had its holiday party on Friday, and a bunch of people from my office really did their thing. They're better than I am at event planning, and so they planned it. They planned a scavenger hunt because Modern Law is coming up on its 10-year anniversary. And for that, I am taking the entire team on a cruise, and we're spending a day and a half of this cruise planning and doing, the most epic retreat that we've ever done. And at this holiday party, the thing that I really wanted to do was celebrate the people that are there and the 10 years that we've had together. And I made a little slideshow that I'm going to share with you, because the other thing you will see is that I recently did a video announcing that I'm going to be at Max Law Con 2020 talking about marketing. And marketing and three-dimensional marketing is about more than just getting clients. It's also about rallying your team. And so I used Canva. Canva is a tool that I use and many people use for social media, but you can use it for a lot more than that. You can also use it for your presentations. And at this holiday party that we had this last Friday, where we talked about how we were going to go on this cruise, and they went on a scavenger hunt to figure out where we were going. And I didn't have anything to do with that, but I did have something to do with this. And I feel like we've lost some graphics, but that's okay. So here it was. I'm going to do a quick version for you here. And what this does is, what I'm doing is I'm demonstrating for you how leaders need to lead, how we need to communicate, how we need to celebrate our team and motivate our team. And that's our job as a coach, is constantly celebrating and motivating. And so here's what I shared with them. Over the last 10 years, Modern Law has had 5,273 clients, has generated over $8 million in revenue, and has created 45 jobs. That's a big deal. Oh no, I am missing all of our graphics. Let's stop the share for a minute and figure out what's going on with Canva, because we're not going to be able to do a fabulous job sharing that if we don't have it all. Okay, we got it fixed. So back to screen sharing. There we go. So this is our current team. This is what we've done in the last 10 years. And this is where we started 10 years ago, in this building right here that was in downtown or near downtown Mesa, and it was kind of ghetto. And we had attorney services that were $99 an hour. And we did all sorts of areas of law, and everything was pay as you go. And our point was to increase access to justice, was to do law differently. And that's always been very, very important to us. At the end of year one, our revenue was $151,000. By 2011, we had moved offices. We were now in a much nicer area of downtown Mesa. We had grown people, and we had more than doubled our revenue to now $391,000. Then in 2012, you'll look, and here we've got $534,000 in revenue. We opened a law office in Oregon, where I was also licensed, and lost my business partner here, Allison Delvecchio, who was recruited to another law firm in the Phoenix area, in downtown Phoenix. We welcomed Candace, who is now our managing paralegal. So she has been around since she was a baby, and we talked about what that was like. We told stories about what it was like for Candace when she was right here. So this meeting that we had in this presentation, I made very, very personal to the people who were in the room, because I need their buy-in, and I need their commitment, and I need their loyalty, and celebrating them helps create that. And you'll see Caitlin here Caitlin is my office manager, and she's the only person who's been with me from day one. So I did something a little special for her. In 2013, look what happened to our revenue. We were up at $687,000. That's in 3 years. But we had lost Allison, we lost Adam, my second great attorney who was recruited to the same firm. And then we added, this attorney right here, her name is Amanda. She would eventually be recruited to that same firm. Candace is still back here. Caitlin's still here. Not very many of those people are still with us today. And we then became Modern Law. So we became Arizona allowed trade names at this point. So we became Modern Law. We had a huge turnover problem. We literally busted down a wall. We were expanding office space, and we had experienced since the end of year one, 450% growth. Crazy good stuff is happening. Also in 2013, Access Legal launched. So Darren, who's one of my attorneys, and Doug, this guy right up here in the orange, I brought them on specifically for Access Legal. Access Legal was the project that would continue and become a software solution to an access to justice problem. Because we started out, we were $99 an hour. We couldn't maintain that and offer great benefits. And the reason I had a turnover problem was because my pricing wasn't correct. And so I wasn't paying my people enough. I wasn't paying people enough to keep good attorneys. And that was important to me. And it became very important to me. So we needed to figure out our pricing. And it was time to slow down. So we talked about this revenue, 450% growth and $687,000 and a massive, massive turnover problem and too many people for the revenue we had. So this is an Oregon office and an Arizona office. And here's 2013 continued. It doesn't even look the same. So here are 3 pictures from 2013. Here's one where we're busting down the wall. Here's 2. This is probably in June. And then here's the end of the year. We have different people. So I was undisciplined and didn't really know what I was doing. And that's okay, because between 2013 and 2014, we figured our stuff out. Our revenue went down. So now 2014, we're at 662 for revenue. We closed the Oregon office. We decreased our revenue. We decreased our headcount. We welcomed another key player who we've still got today, Kylie. And this is the first year that we started, we did our first retreat in 2013. And by 2014, I think this was the year I read Traction. And this was the year that we became a more disciplined, focused organization. 2015, really things were on the right track. By 2015, our revenue is just under $1 million. Access Legal launched. So we had spent the last 2 years, 2013, 2014, really building out Access Legal as a technology platform to increase access to justice. And it launched. So then we had a sister company now that is a certified legal doc prep company. Our headcount shrunk. We began tracking KPIs, and that was a massive, massive deal for us, a huge deal. It changed everything. We also outsourced intake for the first time, which was another one of those game-changing events for Modern Law. And now we were offering benefits. And as time has gone on, since from 2015 until now, our benefits have just gotten better and better and better. And that's really important. And we began a phase of stable, consistent, disciplined growth. 2016, here we are. You'll see it's many of the same people. We've still got Candace, we've still got Caitlin, we've still got Darren. I'm here, Kylie's here, Amanda's still with us now. So only 2 people in this picture aren't with us now, and some turnover is healthy. So these are the 2 people that really should no longer be with us. So it's not that we're going for 0 turnover, it's that we want to keep the people we want to keep, and now we can do that because we are running in a better way. Revenue for the first time this year topped $150,000 per employee, which is a big deal, and it's a metric that you should be paying attention to. Take your overall gross revenue and divide it by the number of full-time employees and see where you're at. And if you're not over 100,000, then you're not in a healthy position. You're overstaffed for the amount of revenue you have. We welcomed Amanda, which was a big deal. We want to celebrate her. We broke $1 million and just continued in kind of the phase that we're at now, which is just that of a little bit more of a mature organization. Let's see. 2017, we took our first trip out of state overnight. We went to Clio Con in 2017, and you'll see here we've got the same people. We've got Amanda, who was there last year, Caitlin, me, Candace, Kylie, Darren, just a really solid core group. And then we welcomed Jen Bone, and Jen became and is a complete and total rock star and a total game changer for Access Legal. Access Legal was always kind of in the background, never really doing a lot of work. And when Jen came on in 2017, things went crazy. The other thing that is important is that let's take a look at this revenue in 2017. It's 1.1 million. And then here's 2018. We jump up to 1.4 million. This is our holiday party at the end of 2018. So this is not all of our people, but all of our people and spouses and extensions. We welcomed new people between 2017 and 2018 is when I filed for divorce and was going through divorce throughout that whole time. And the fact that we could grow despite the fact that I was going through a really contentious divorce that really interfered with everything is a testament to this team. And this presentation was a great opportunity for me to just lift them up as individuals and their role in making what we have. And this team supports one another. They got each other's back. They care very much about each other and about our clients. And I am just so lucky to work with these people. And they needed to hear that. They need to hear my gratitude. Here's 2019. We broke 1.8 million. We have the best team ever, and we've got a great plan for expansion. What's our future roadmap look like? Well, we're expanding valley-wide. We've now got 4 office locations, and we're really figuring out how to make those 4 locations work. And that's going to be our biggest challenge, I think, for this coming year. 2020 is going to be marked by how do we manage ourselves in multiple locations and continue to grow. We're going to purchase a building, but probably by the end of 2021, because this lease is up in the next 2 years. We want to hit 20% year-over-year growth every year, and we want to hit $10 million in revenue by 2028. How will we do that? We will do that with the team that I've got, by building on the team that I've got, by building on the rock stars, because guess what? There's no possible way that Billy can make that happen without people executing my vision. And so my job is to continue to recruit great people and feed them and make sure that they have what they need from me in terms of resources and time and support and the right amount of clients and the right pricing model and the right benefits, one quarter at a time, because that's how we break our goals down. We start, with our big, huge goal of $10 million, and then we break it down. And what does this look like? Well, it looks like 4 locations, $2 million in revenue per location, offices that are 3,000 square feet, that have 6 attorneys, 3 paralegals, 1 receptionist, a law clerk, and 1 CDLP, or certified legal doc preparer, in each office space. Because that's the other thing that's happened over this last few years since bringing on Jen, is that sister company, the non-lawyer services, has just grown and grown and grown. And it's awesome to be the law firm that's able to offer essentially nurse practitioner services along with doctor services. And people wonder, well, does that water down your brand? And I don't think it does. I think we're a law firm that's going to give people what they need. And that means for people who need intense litigation, we're going to give that to them. And for people who don't, we're not going to sell them something they don't need. And I can live with that. That's a brand that I can live with. So that is a short version of what I shared with my team. The other thing I did was I presented Caitlin, the only employee that I've had, my best friend, and the person who's become my office manager and who has really helped build this firm with me. She was presented with just a trophy, a rock star. She's a rock. She's a rock star. And so she got a special trophy and a special kind of thank you from me. It was a great time. People were crying. People were happy. Like, being able to take a moment and celebrate your success and slow down is a great, great thing. Now, how did I do that? I went to Facebook and I grabbed pictures from the last 10 years from Facebook. And that's all I had, because I wasn't, necessarily keeping these along the way. But I highly recommend you figure out how to give your people some motivation, some sentimentalness, some recognition, each and every one of them, and then show them what does the future look like and how do they fit into that future, and what are you relying on them for, because people want to be part of something great. and we are building something great, and we're doing it together with each and every person fully engaged. So I just wanted to share that with you. I would invite you to take some time and put something like this together for yourself and for your team, and share it with me, share it with Modern Law Practice, share it on our YouTube channel, and we will lift up your firm, because it can be lonely, but what we're doing is really amazing. Building a company is hard work and is isolating, but it doesn't have to be. We can do this together. You can do this with your team, and you can let us support you. So share it. I can't wait to see it. And here's to 2020 and the next 10 years, which are going to be even better. Thank you. Don't forget to subscribe, and we'll talk to you soon.